childhood memories playing with Barbie dolls. It's a typical choice. The Sui says she has to build each collection around a theme, and the theme must be one that allows for her to express her sense of humor.
Well, I grew up in Detroit, and at one time I belonged to a Barbie fan club. That was my life for a couple of years. Like I lived for and Skipper and all of them had for clothing.
Did you go out and intentionally look for the fabrics?
No, kind of all fell into place. I think once I get into a mode of what I want the collection to look like, my eye kind of goes towards the type of fabrics that I remembered a lot of their dresses and sportswear were made out of. The tulle grouping that I did has a lot of pleating, and I remembered her negligees having all the pleating. The piqué just remind me of kind of the crisp cotton dresses, and the denims were like the car coats and things that she wore.
What about the colors?
The colors, I usually like a bright palette. I think that it makes it very cheerful. And when I did the denims, I stuck with very bright colors mixed with black. And in the ginghams, again, it was a black and color gingham. And then when it came to evening wear, I did my basic black, but I had a nude lining underneath to give kind of a sheer negligee feeling.
Is evening an important part of the collection?
Evening is very important to me. There seems to be a lull in the market as far as young-looking party dresses, and I think that I've kind of developed that customer. I find that a lot of girls buy them for proms, weddings. Every spring we do a couple of wedding dresses special for people.
Using prints and solids.
For my party dresses, I use prints, I use solids, I use different textural fabrics. It just depends on what I'm feeling for the season. Like this season, I loved the flock tulle, and it had kind of a very light, airy feeling, and then I could trim it with the tulle ruffles, and it gave it that whole lingerie feeling.
And you enjoy doing the accessories?
Oh, accessories are heaven for me to do. I love accessories. I collect a lot of handbags, shoes, jewelry. So it's kind of like a fantasy of mine to be able to create them to go with the clothing. So I work very closely with different accessories designers, and I kind of like give them ideas, and they kind of take it from there and develop it, and we choose colors and materials and things together.
That's Anna Sui with her spring collection. Next, Deep Dash.